Hey guys, Alexander here, and the first thing I like to say is Happy New Year's. Not only is it 2010, a new year, but it's also a new decade. Alright, so this video is a follow-up to my first video, addition/changes I'd like to see in a Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2. I got a bunch of comments with ideas that I didn't mention about improving Raging Blast 2 from my subscribers, so I have chosen my favorite 5 ideas from the bunch. Here we go. Number 5, ground combat. Now you may be thinking, oh, ground combat is too impossible. Actually think about it. It is pretty easy to add in the ability to actually fight on the ground instead of hovering in the air, so it's definitely not impossible. Why is it number 5 though, which is basically last place on this list? Because this is also something that Spike can easily screw up and turn into a bug that can ruin the game, especially with like running and stuff. Ugh. Number 4, fixed transformation cutscenes. This one is pretty obvious. It is ridiculous for the cutscene to take place in a different part of the stage than where you were when you activated it. Seriously, folks. Also, it kinda interrupts the flow of the fight, so if they can make them a little bit shorter, that would be great. Number 3, bring back Blastocks. You know, I thought Blastocks were kind of weird when I first played the Budokai Tenkaichi series, but once I got used to the games, I realized how important they were to prevent, well, the spamming of certain techniques such as Wild Sense. I noticed that now Blastocks are gone in Raging Blast, Wild Sense is spammed all over the place. So yeah, bringing back Blastocks would be great. Number 2, fixing tournament mode wait times. Now, I don't know if you've ever been in an online tournament before that's not full and you are stuck against a computer-controlled opponent that you automatically defeat without even fighting, but then you have to like wait 3 to 5 minutes for the other matches between the real human players to finish. It is so boring to just wait for other matches to finish before you can even play. To be honest, I'd rather actually have a match against the computer opponent instead of just beating him automatically and waiting for the real battles to end. But the best idea is to have a spectator option where you can actually watch the online battles taking place while you're waiting. That way in a tournament, you can also learn how your next opponent fights, so you can be prepared for them. Also, the spectator option can be applied after you lose in the tournament so that you can watch the next rounds without having to either wait for the tournament to be over with or just withdraw and leave. Number 1, super effects. When I say super effects, I mean two things really. First of all, this happens in the show so much. Why not when you're charging ki, rocks start floating up in the air and the ground starts to shake? That would be awesome in a Raging Blast 2. The catch here, though, is that it would be way too much of a gimmick for that to happen every time you charge up your ki. So maybe have it happen only when you're going to high tension mode or something. The second super effect is planet explosions. Several people mentioned this, and you know they're right. The planet explosions from, let's say, Budokai Tenkaichi 2 were just amazing to look at, and it really reminded you of how epic Dragon Ball Z fights can get. Having those again would be great. And that's it for now. I may make another video with even more ideas soon, so please rate, comment, and subscribe, and see ya. I'd like to see in a Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2.